Hey guys, welcome to Punky's World. I think I'm gonna move you. Yeah, that's better. Over here, we can get a little more light. Okay. It's palette time. Okay. I'm gonna show you all my palettes. Kind of tell you what I like, what I don't like, what I haven't really tried yet, that kind of thing. This one is one of the Pop Feel ones. I've used it a little bit, and my biggest complaint really with this one is that the shimmers are not very shimmery. There are a couple that are allegedly shimmers that aren't really all that shimmery. Otherwise, it's a well-pigmented palette. This is another, whoops, this is a concealer palette. Anyway, moving on. Free X Whoopie? No, Free X Cpre. Anyway. I like this palette. I love the colors, which are all kind of purples and pinks. My only issue is that the sparkles are big and they fall off. I do like the shimmers in this one though. Again, these pigments don't hold. Like if you rub it, it's gone. So you're not blending these, that's for sure. But they're beautiful, and I do enjoy using them. What's next? Let's do the little ones. Alright. This palette is a Profusion palette that I got in my first Walmart beauty box. It's from 2021, which is hilarious because we are in the end of 2024. It's almost 4 years old, but it was still sealed, so. But this is the Halloween 2021 palette. It clearly says that. I do not know why they would give you that in a 2024 beauty box, but nonetheless, it's highly pigmented. It's beautiful to use. There's one nice shimmer. There's an all over color, and there's a couple of other colors. So you can do a few things with this, not just one basic color story, I think. But I wouldn't try to do it in that mirror. And it's shaped like a casket for Halloween. See? Well, actually, that would be called a coffin, I guess. I think that's the difference between a casket and a coffin, is the shape. That would be considered a coffin. Yep, Halloween 2021. Alright, another. Okay, I have a couple of quads in there that I didn't bring out. This is CoverGirl. I mean, the shimmer is really nice. The mattes, well, this is supposed to be a shimmer. Yeah, that's not a shimmer. A little bit. Are very matte. This is CoverGirl. This is a very thick formula. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. It's a heavy formula. This is the True Naked Dreamland palette. It's 5 pans. No, it's 4. I don't know how to explain the formulation except to say that it's a thick formulation. One palette I plain got rid of because it had no pigmentation whatsoever. These Wet n Wild ones are some of my favorites. Again, I'm not crazy about these sparkles. They wipe right off. This is a softer formula, easier to work with, I think. Let me show you. See if I can show you the difference. This is a thicker, harder formula. This is a softer formula. I don't know if you can see the difference, thicker, heavier, softer, but just when you feel it, you can feel the difference. I just like working with this formula better. It's personal preference. Some people might like working with that formula better, you know? And this is a 10 pan from Wet n Wild. It's not the same colors. At first I thought, what did I do? Get half this one again? But no. Because this one, they are different. This is the full bloomin', and this, I don't know what it is, but you can see that even the colors that appear to be the same are not. Like that glitter is nowhere to be found. That brown is nowhere to be found. I think you have two. This color and this color are almost the same, and this color and this color are almost the same. Otherwise, they're different palettes. Again, I just like the soft formula. It's easier to get out and not get out too much. I just like it. Alright, what's next? This is my Five Below palette, and it's called Dancing Queen. This is a full face palette, but it has a lot of eyeshadow. Please forgive the look of this palette. I've used it to death. I've taken it on trips with me because it has everything I need in it, and I don't have to take a million different things. Because it has blush, highlighter, all of that in it at the bottom, and then it has those shades. And I do like the formula of this, surprisingly. This formula is different too. It's a little more sticky, but it's not as heavy as the CoverGirl formula, but it is definitely heavier than the Wet n Wild formula. But I can work with it. Look at the pigmentation. I mean, look at the pigmentation. That's a Five Below palette. I mean, it has a huge mirror. Another thing I don't have to take with me if I take this palette. Dirty at the moment from sitting on the palette, but this was the only one that wasn't broken. The night I was at Five Below. Okay, this one here, while it's a nice palette, the middle one here exploded all over the other ones, so this one kind of broke. It's a very breakable, it's a crumbly formula, and I don't like that. It also doesn't stay put, but it's a very crumbly formula, as you can see in my hand. I actually wrote to them and asked them, explained to them what happened. Because I got this in the calendar, but I don't know if I'm going to hear anything from them. But it has the colors on the back, but I can't read what they are. Cannot read that. There's a list of the colors right here. Yeah, right here. With the corresponding numbers in a grid here, but yeah. So I'm going to leave that on that side. This is Italian Spritz. It's My Way from Pop Feel. This is a wonderful palette. Now, obviously, the colors are kind of, you use them. And again, the shimmer shades are a little crumbly, but they're a little moister, so they're not as crumbly. This came in clutch for Halloween, though. I was able to create a look with oranges out of this for Halloween to go with my dress. So, and I always put on these sparkles or even shimmers with my finger because if you watch anybody do makeup on YouTube or wherever, you're gonna see Them do that. This is the new nude from Maybioche. It's from Temu, but is it this one? This is a dupe for the Naked palette. I can't remember who it's by, but it's a pretty close dupe for that, and I really like it. This is the cover piece. Has a good mirror, good size mirror. And I like the colors. Once again, they are written on the back. And once again, oh, actually, they're written underneath them anyway. There's just information on the back. They're written underneath them in letters big enough to see. No, there's nothing in like this one with the dots, or this one with the dots. That's just how they are. But it's trying to dupe the Naked palette by I can't think of it. Here's another Pop Feel palette. This one's huge in the sense that on the side it has 1, 2, 3 pans. It has the neutral pan, okay. Then it has some colors, some purples and pinks and stuff. Then it has the wild colors, which I should put on the bottom because I'm least likely to use the wild colors. The greens and stuff, although I do like the pinks and purples, but I have the pinks and purples on this one. Which I'm most likely to go for. Again, the shimmer, not very shimmery. That's my biggest issue with the Pop Feel ones, is the shimmers are not very shimmery. They all stack in here. Next up, this is becoming my go-to palette. I almost said inhaler. The plastic. Again, it's got a tiny mirror that wouldn't be great. See yourselves. Say hi. Yeah, I like this one. It has a lot going on, and actually the sparkles in this one are they stay better. You barely have to touch them to get them, and they do stay better. There are sparkles and there are shimmers. This is a shimmer. I think this is my favorite of the shimmers. Yeah. That pink. Ugh. But yeah. I do like this formula. It's soft and it's kind of creamy. So this Love palette from iGoodCo has become one of my go-tos. It's a 32 color palette. Love it. This is another Pop Feel palette. This one's huge. Again, same issue. The shimmers aren't real shimmery. And there isn't a lot of pigmentation. Like, you would think that would be... I put it on my... Probably shouldn't have done it that way. Right here. Not over here. Ignore that one. Right here. This is what the palette looks like. I've kept this over it for safety. I have used it, but like I said, they got an issue with their shimmers not being shimmery. That one's not too bad. Whoops. If you're just looking for a light shimmer effect, then it's fine. But if you actually want shimmer, not the palette for you. Okay. And last but not least, I think I showed you this one. This is the one that I'm seeing what they'll do about. You barely touch them and they're breaking. The shimmers, not so much the and you really have to rub to get anything, you know, because of the hardness of the formula there. Because of the hardness of the formula from in this particular Revolution palette. I have a smaller one that, oh no, the smaller one is blush, never mind. So yeah, their eyeshadows are hard. Except for the shimmers, you barely touch them and they fall apart. But they are shimmery. Shim shim shiroo. So I'm waiting on them on that. So that's a loving tour of my palettes and my opinions. Now, are any of them true trash? No, just the one I threw away. I didn't throw it away. I gave it away. I couldn't get the pigmentation. So these are my palettes. If I knew how to capture that shot, I'd use it as a thumbnail. Anyway, I'm gonna take my blood pressure, get to editing, and get back to watching Mr. McMahon. So, and I will be reviewing it on the other channel, on the wrestling channel. So, I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.